Hey guys, we're back with Hail Child, Uki's Route. We're getting the ending today, 100%. This one. I felt like I've been chasing a phantom of Uki forever. I imagine her, like, instead of running, she's just sliding around with the sword. In, like, no clip mode, like, phasing through buildings. At some point, my legs started to move on their own. I couldn't see the police anymore, but I was so terrified of what they might appear at any second. The only place I could go to was Alba Dorm.
Takuru?
Kurusu's eyes went wide when she saw me run in, out of breath. Breathing sounds. My lungs were begging me for oxygen. My heart was about to burn out like an engine low on gas.
どうしたの？そんなに慌てて何かあったの？
Kurusu, it's time, we gotta beat up Uki. True? Had I been able to speak, my throat had been dried up too much for me to get the words out.
とにかく水でも飲んで落ち着きなさい。
Usually I'd ask for a mountain view instead, but now wasn't the time. Took a gulp of water from the glass Kurusu brought me and finally calmed down.
それで何があったの？
Is it true?
落ち着いて話しなさい。それじゃあ一体何のことを言ってるのかわからないわ。
You've been sending me all these messages lately, right? Are they true?
メッセージ？
That's right, you've been telling me this isn't Shibuya. I swallowed the rest of my sentence when I saw the look on her face. She was blinking at me in confusion, with her head tilted to one side. It's clear she had no idea what I was talking about.
タクル？
No, never mind. Let's say just hypothetically that this isn't the real Shibuya. If that is the case, that means the girl in front of me isn't the real Kurusu. She's just a delusional version of her. One that's only a part of this world of delusions. Which would mean that I'm probably wasting my time asking her anything. No point. Where's Uki? Decided to do something
ウ
else.
キちゃんがどうかしたの？
Is she in her room?
いえ、まだ帰ってないけど。でもそうね。もう少ししたら戻るんじゃないかしら。
Uki shouldn't know that I'm here. There's no other place for her to go, as far as I know. So all I have to do is wait for her here.
ねえ、どうしたのタクル？何があったの？
No, it's nothing.
別にって、とてもそんな風には思えないわ。ウキちゃんと何かあったの？
She wouldn't let me beat her up. Kurusu was acting like she was really worried. It's fine. There's nothing you need to worry about. I just want to ask you something.
本当にそれだけ？
Yeah, so I can stay here and wait for her?
変なことじゃないわよね。
Oh no, it's extremely weird, but... Huh?
ウキちゃんに聞きたいことって、あの子もいろいろ苦労してるんだから、優しくしてあげなきゃダメよ。
I know that.
だったらいいけど。
Kurusu headed for the kitchen. She still looked worried. She was probably getting ready for dinner. For my part, I decided to just sit there and wait like I said I would. Coming to think of it, what happened to Aozaki Yume? I thought I saw her at Cafe Lax, but then she quickly disappeared. Maybe she was just another hallucination. Sorry. Took out my phone and looked at the call history. Tapped the screen to call her number. She answered, there's a lot I wanted to ask her. If she didn't. Then I listened to the phone ring. A strange sort of urgency started to well up within me. There's no sign of her picking up. Rang 20 or 30 times without even going to the answering machine. Dang it! Feeling nowhere, so I decided to end the call and try again. I didn't know what her plan was. I'd make this a battle of wills. Kept calling again and again until she picked up. It's calling like Uki's phone in her little DM office, and she's like, "Stop it! Stop calling!" And it's he just keeps banging his head on the wall for all eternity until she finally lets him go. That's a reference to a light novel. I'd call again and again and again. It never got an anime. If you know what it is, props to you. I've talked about it a few times before. How many times had I called her by now? It was more times than I could count on both hands. I knew that much. Not once had she answered the phone. Maybe the monotonous sound of the ringing was getting to me. I was starting to get sleepy. It been a stressful day, both physically and mentally. My mind, body, and soul were all worn out, and the exhaustion was building up. My eyelids started to feel heavy. It became harder and harder to stay awake. No. That's the loss of blood from getting stabbed. Don't fall asleep.
タクル？
Kurusu had come back from the kitchen at some point and was standing next to me. Kurusu!
もうダメよ。 そんなところで寝ちゃ風邪ひいちゃうじゃない。
No,
はいはい、わかったからこっちにいらっしゃい。お布団敷いてあげるから。
No.
ここで寝ちゃうより少しの時間でもちゃんと布団で寝た方が疲れも取れるからね。
Why not just... Why a futon? Just... He has a bed. Kirsu grabbed me by the hand and stood me up.
もうしょうがないんだから。
When I stopped doing this with the screen, I didn't get the sense from Kirisu's voice that she was giving me an order. Her voice was filled with kindness and compassion. I was too tired and her voice was too soft for me to resist. I let her take me where she wanted me to go. I was so sleepy I wasn't even sure what I was feeling.
はい、こっちよ。
Kirisu brought me into what looked like a girl's room. Everything was colored pink, made for the taste of a little girl. This is Uki's room. The chafalera she got is on the side shelf in its little pot. This is definitely Uki's room. Why here?
お布団今朝干したばかりだからふかふかのはずよ。
Still, it's not right to sleep in a girl's room when she isn't there. That's not the real question I should be asking. But what is... I didn't know. I didn't have the mental capacity left to think about it. Maybe it was Hypnos, the god of sleep, tempting me. Is that a real god of sleep? Greek mythology, a god that rule over sleep? I never heard of him. Younger brother of Thanatos, the god of death. I know him. Regardless, it didn't matter what it was. I thought I was talking about the Pokemon. I just wanted to sleep. The desire to sleep was controlling my mind and body. Wow! They fell into Uki's bed, surrounded by the gentle, mild scent of a, this isn't weird, I swear. It was a clean, sweet scent, like freshly washed sheets. The scent made me even more tired. My eyelids slowly began to... Moshi Moshi... Phone call? My phone was making noise in my pocket. Who could be calling at this hour? Serika, get me out! I'm sleepy. Call me some other time. But the phone didn't stop ringing, no matter how long I waited. Get up, I'm trying to sleep here. Who are you anyway? They just wouldn't stop, even though my mind was still hazy. I felt like I had no choice but to pick up the phone. The name on the display was... Awazaki. Oh, I thought it would be Serika. Yume. Oh, yay! Maybe she saw my call and finally decided to call back? She sees 50 missed calls? That's right, I have to find out who she is. I have to answer the phone! I tried to move my fingers to tap the call icon, but my body felt far heavier than it should have. I just needed to move my finger a little. It was like my body belonged to someone else. Answer it quickly. Or she might just hang up. It's like my body was paralyzed and it wouldn't move. It's like I was in a dream. Who's the one dreaming? Me? Or someone else? That doesn't matter. I need to pick up the phone. Oh, you know, maybe he's sleeping in Uki's bed. Because that's the only bed Uki knows that, like, what it feels like, right? Like, to her, that's a comfortable bed. She doesn't know what Takuru's bed feels like. That's my guess anyway. If I don't hurry, she'll hang up. Hurry. Hurry. Got it? Put all my strength into my fingertip. Finally, I was able to answer the call. Moshi Moshi. My voice was so exhausted that it was hard to believe those were my own words. Even as I talked, I felt like I was going to be dragged into the forest of sleep. It's too out of it to even tell whose voice it was on the phone. It could be anyone. Who's calling me? If you could give me clear instructions on what to do, that would be grand. Ryusu? Why are they? Isn't Aozaki Yume supposed to be on the phone? Hi, Kurosawa. Shinjo? Yeah, call out for me, Shinjo. I'll come back for you, buddy. I couldn't even tell who was saying what anymore. I was falling into the abyss of sleep. Sarika's so upset by this. She's like, oh my god, I have to pretend to care. Yeah, but he's having a great time. Oh, they said it in sync! That's now the opening plays. We have the power of friendship. I could hear desperate cries from very close and from far away. It was amazing how little they seemed to matter to me in the moment. A gentle light enveloped me. I fell asleep. Hey, we're back here. Where am I? Huh? I'm supposed to be in Uki's room. Is this real? Is this a dream? A dream? Whose dream? Mine? What? I screamed as something suddenly came into view. Hey Yui! Tiny little boxes in the shape of a person. Dark red liquid flowing out of them. An overwhelming metallic stench. Inside the boxes was... Inside was... Yui! Oh, sorry. That's right. I...
俺にとってかけがえのない存在だった。それをお前は見殺しにしたんだ。でもこれでようやく復讐も終わる。
Ito, you...
次は宮代の番だ。よく切れるメスと麻酔薬は持ってきたか。
So angry about Yui's death?
それがなきゃひどく痛くて苦しむぞ。
Ito!
なんだ。泣いて命乞いでもするか。助けてくださいって土下座するか。
You really...
タクルさん。
I guessed when I heard a voice behind me.
よかった、見つかった。ゆいちゃんは。
Then Uki said, wait, I wonder if you press E here. No. Saw the boxes near my feet and froze. Doc, she looked at them, and then at me, and then she saw Ito.
ゆいちゃんは。
Oh, that's not her, that's fake Yui. Like I predicted!
今いいところなんだよ。可愛い妹の死で絶望の淵にいる宮代は絶望のままあの世へ送ってやるところなんだ。
Oh, Zetsubo? I heard Zetsubo in there.
黙って見てろ。
He's discount, what's the guy's name? Koichi? That's not his name, it's close. Kazuichi? Ito turned towards me. Nagito too, you know who I'm talking about. Uki looked at the boxes again. She finally seemed to understand the meaning of Ito's words. And then... she took a half a step back. And screamed and stabbed him, but we jump in the way and it's a time loop. She then glared at him in fury.
なんだよ。
Her D-sword appeared in her small hand.
なんだ。
Oh, he didn't jump in the way.
こいつ。
Uki staggered forward, flailing the sword wildly. Ito had no idea how to handle his sudden attacker. Wait, Uki! Ito is still... I got between them. Okay, okay. And then... ah. An impact. Pain. Heat. Ah. That's right. She stabbed me with her D-sword. Then I finally remembered. That was what had happened. Is that reality? Then I was inside my delusion. I could hear voices. Dot dot dot. I could hear Sarika and Kurusu on the phone. Huh? What's going on? Was that a dream? It sounded Inception. Was I? Oh, that's right. This is Uki's room. I fell asleep in Uki's room. I was on the phone. I called Aozaki Yume. Then they called me. That's right. Sayaka's voice is calling me. Huh? Suddenly something flew by me and knocked the phone out of my hands. It fell onto the floor, its body split open by something sharp. My mind was still hazy as I forced myself to look up at the person holding the shining blade above me. Standing next to the bed, her face filled with desperation, was... Momose! Momose, yeah! Oh, it's Uki. Uki.
ダメです。それ以上は気づいちゃいけないです。この世界こそがあなたのタクルさんの現実なんです。
Her voice was as sad and desperate as the expression on her face. What are you talking about? Uki closed her eyes just for a moment.
優しい家族、温かい友達、楽しいこと、嬉しいこと、幸せなことだけがずっと繰り返しどこまでも続いている。
Okay, someone needs to play the Persona games. That's obviously like that's escapism. It's bad or something. I don't know.
これが現実の渋谷。これがタクルさんにとっての現実。それでいいじゃないですか。
No. I struggled to get up, but my body wouldn't move.
何が違うんですか？
It's... What's wrong with it? The dream I had was right. I won't like what's waiting for me when I wake up. Compared to that, this is paradise. Just like Uki said, here there'd be nothing but fun things, pleasant things, and happy things in my life. But, is that truly living? This isn't. I finally managed to get the strength in my arms and stomach to sit up. This isn't real. I'm trying to tell myself that. No matter how much I didn't want to admit it. No matter how much I didn't want to accept it. No matter how much I wanted to ignore it. That was the truth. Even if I'd almost died after being stabbed by Uki's D-sword. As long as I was still alive...
やめて。お願いですからやめてください。もうそれ以上辛い思いを味わわなくてもいいじゃないですか。
Uki.
どうしてなんですか？あなたさえ望めば、ここはどんな幸せな世界にもなるんです。それなのに、どうしてそんな風にせっかくの幸せを壊そうとするんですか？
Because a dream's just a dream. At some point, you have to wake up and face reality.
覚めない方がいい夢だってあります。
Uki looked like she was about to cry.
私はあなたに命に関わるような大きな怪我を負わせてしまいました。
It happened.
もしかしたら二度と今までのような生活はできないかもしれない。たとえ今現実に戻ったとしても、その先あなたを待っているのは辛くて苦しくて嫌なこと。そんなの
Sorry, Uki.
生きてるって言えるんですか？生きてる意味があるんですか？
The words she said grew in mass and density, creating ripples in my heart. They weighed down heavily upon me, and my mind creaked under the strain. At the same time, the heat and pain from when Uki had stabbed me came rushing back. Feeling of coughing up blood, feeling of my life flowing out of me. And despair, Zetsubo, shrouding my heart.
そんなの無理ですよ。私には耐えられないです。だから。
Oh. The world though?
だから私はこうして
Yeah, the world!
新しい世界を作ったんです。タクルさんの望む幸せな世界を作ったんです。
Yeah, you kinda sucked at making it though.
このままこの世界にいた方がタクルさんは絶対に幸せでいられるんです。私だってその方が。
Slowly, like a slow-acting poison, all my negative emotions came welling forth to hold me back. I was fine to put on a brave face and say that I had to wake up from my dream. But if Uki was right, even if I did go back to the old world, my body would be half dead already. And Yui, my little sister, she'd been killed by the man I thought was my best friend. Now she was gone forever. Is there anything left for me in the real world? There was nothing but cruelty and coldness. But in this world, I wasn't hurt at all. Yui was here too. There's even a girl who loved me. Yeah, look, best girl. Is there really any reason I had to go back?
せいです。
Uki's voice is shaking. Tears are running down her pale white cheek.
私のせいなんです。何もかも私のせい。
Uki.
私は
Uki started to speak, her head downcast. She told me about herself.
私はまだ小さかった頃、お父さんやお母さんに連れられて不思議な場所に通っていました。
I've heard this backstory. This is just Henry. Don't repeat the backstory.
そこではたくさんの人た
the
ちが
church.
お祈りをしたり瞑想をしたりしていました。
Has that been mentioned in Chaos Shroud before? Like what, like, I forget the name of it. Just look for a long name. Hold on, is it mentioned here at all? No. Double Life of Veronica? No. Hey, it's not in here. I don't see it. But, you know, the one church of light or in darkness or whatever. I imagine it was some kind of religious facility. Evidently, her parents have been involved in some kind of cult.
お父さんとお母さんはとても厳しい人で、私がどうしてそこに行かなければいけないのか教えてはくれませんでしたし、私ある日私はあの地下へと連れて行かれました。そしてその後すぐに大きな地震があって、お父さんとお母さんは死んだって言われました。両親の他には親戚は誰もいなくて、行くところのなくなってしまった私はあの地下の部屋で皆さんの面倒を見るようになりました。それも私にとっては当然の成り行きで、どうしてこんなことをしなければいけないのかなんて疑問に思うことはありませんでした。
I remembered when I took her out of that basement. She'd been there ever since she was little, been everything she had.
いろいろとお世話をしていると皆さんはありがとうって言ってくれました。その言葉を聞くととても嬉しくて、すごく優しい気持ちになれました。はあ、この人たちは私を必要と思ってくれてるんだ。私のことを頼ってくれてるんだ。
Was everything down there fake?
そう思うと、
Oh.
とても温かい気持ちになれました。
For young Uki, being needed was the only way she felt she had any value in the world. I could see that from how hard she worked in Alba Dorm. That desire to be needed was the only thing that kept her going.
私は私の周りにいる人が幸せになってくれることが嬉しいんです。私が幸せになることよりも誰かが幸せになる、その方が私にとってはとても嬉しいことなんです。
The cursor fits perfectly in her hair here. Do you see that? It's a perfect cursor holder.
誰かに幸せになってほしい、誰かを幸せにしたい、ありがとうって笑ってもらいたい。私はきっとそのために生まれたんです。それなのに
Her round eyes filled with tears again.
なのに私はタクルさんにあんなことを。私のせいでタクルさんは
...
私はタクルさんを不幸にしてしまったんです。私にはもう現実の世界でタクルさんを幸せにすることはできません。
Look, it's fine. This round isn't canon. Or is it all like a delusion or whatever?
でもこの世界なら私はタクルさんのことを幸せにすることができます。タクルさんに笑ってもらったり、ありがとうって言ってもらえることができるんです。だからお願いします。どうかこの世界でタクルさんが幸せになるお手伝いをさせてください。
You want to make me happy? The meaning of Uki's words slowly sank in. Here, I can be happy. Here, I could smile. Here, I would never have to suffer again.
タクルさん
Yeah. Maybe it's okay to stay here. ... As soon as I started to think that, I began to feel incredibly tired again. Everything started to get hazy. I'm sure this is for the best. Nobody wants to suffer. There's no difference between reality and delusion anyway. It's all just what your brain is showing you. So it's better to just be happy.
タクルさん、
If I just let myself sleep?
私が守りますから。あなたの幸せをずっと守っていきますから。
Wait a second, but in this world, I don't think Kurusu is actually Senri. That means best girl isn't in this route. When I wake up, I'll be happy. You gotta wake up, dude! Ah! Everything started to fade away. A tiny hand rubbed my back. It was Uki's hand, gentle and warm. It would keep me safe. So yeah. Yeah, she's right. If Uki will make me happy, that's fine with me. She slowly sank into the abyss of unconsciousness. Forever and ever.
いけません!
Dang it, another Uki! Huh? Suddenly I heard a voice that pulled me back from the abyss. A roar filled the air and a single ray of light flashed. Felt like the void itself was being sliced apart. We're having an Uki battle? Struggled to open my eyes and then force my vision into focus. I saw two people there. One was Uki, who was on top of me. The other... Sword Uki! Two Ukis? The other Uki was holding a huge, elegant blade, far too big for her little body, using it to tear open a hole in space. The Uki from the other side of the void swung her sword in a flash. The Uki on top of me leapt back and just barely dodged.
あなた、
My mind was having trouble comprehending the fact that I was seeing two Ukis. What the hell? What's happening? What's going on? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is this part of the dream? Or is this real? I just don't understand. Why are there two Ukis? Other Uki lifted her blade and readied it. Uki raised her hand out into the emptiness, plunged it into a crack between dimensions. The Derek Sea! The particles formed in the dead spots of my brain. And within a dazzling light, a long flowing blade, her D-sword, appeared in her hand. The two of them stared at each other for a moment. The two moved at almost exactly the same time. Uki battle! A blade was brought down in a flash, like a hawk descending on its prey. The other Uki raised her own weapon to block it. And then the other Uki launched her counterattack. The sword scorched the air as it danced faster than the wind. But her powerful strike was deflected by a strange movement where she held the blade diagonally. What's going on? Wind. Sound. Impact. The two switched rapidly between attacker and defender. The two switched rapidly between one place and another. The two switched rapidly in my mind. Couldn't tell which was which anymore.
タクルさん、騙されてはダメです。
One of the Uki seemed to be losing slightly. She yelled in a loud voice that didn't sound like Uki at all. Pick me? What do you mean?
彼女が今目の前にいるこの私がさっき話したことは全部嘘なんです。だから騙されないでください。余計なこと言わないで。
She didn't even deny it. She said don't tell him that. I assume that if he dies in the real world, he dies in the delusion. A lie? Well, she just told me that I can live happily in my dreams forever? That was all a lie?
よく聞いてください。もしもこのまま彼女の言いなりになったとしても、あなたに幸せはありません。
I won't be happy?
そうです。このままではあなたは妄想の中に溶けてゆくだけ。そのまま二度と戻ってこれなくなってしまうだけです。
Wasn't that implied?
それ以上は。
Hail fireworks flashed violently in front of me. Rainbow streaks of light burned into my eyes. I tried as hard as I could to think about what the other Uki, the one that had just appeared, was telling me.
タクルさん、この子の言ってることは嘘です。夢の中ならあなたは幸せになれるんです。違います。そんなの大嘘です。
But just the real her. Who should I believe?
タクルさん、もう一度よく思い出してください。あの時何が起きたのかを。
Back then?
あの日何が起きたのかをもう一度。
That day?
それ以上は。
Why do they have to be so vague? What day? What happened that day? It was... Oh yeah, Yui's dead. That day. What really happened?
よく自分の心に問いかけてみてください。考えて結論にたどり着いてください。この妄想が本当は誰のものなのかを。
It's Uki's delusion then? Wait, well, how is Uki here? It's Ito's delusion? It's... I don't know. It says a door that was half open in the back of my mind. The vision of the past had started to slowly open that door once... That scene started to slowly open that door once more.
ダメです。やめてください。思い出してはダメ。いやー。思い出して本当の出来事を。そしてこの妄想が本当は誰のものかを。
What really happened? On that day, the tiny little boxes in the shape of a person. Dark red liquid flowing out of them. An overwhelming metallic stench. Inside those boxes was... Yui! Hey, remember this part. Horrible events, yep. Ito, you... So angry about Yui's death? Ito? You really?
タクルさん。
Hey, Uki. Then Uki came.
よかった。見つかった。
You saw what happened to Yui? Took half a step back? Well, she's saying Yui is like, they found Yui? Or something? Actually, this is the fake Yui and screamed? Then she became Sword Uki? It's a 4-star, not a 3-star unit. He staggered forward, flailing the sword. He was running and screaming for his life. And wait, Ito still a gap between them. And then I reached out my hand. Stop it, Uki. Oh, they had a sword on sword battle? And my hand was my D-sword. That's right. Just acted on instinct and grabbed the sword in the corner of my eye. And then I... You kill Uki? She's not like bleeding from the neck? Wasn't the one who was stabbed?
タクルさん。
It was Uki! Stalker, you idiot! A horrible sensation of ripping through blood vessels and muscle fiber. Her body crumpling forward. The sound of her coughing up blood. The thud when she bounced off the pavement. Uki's body turning red. It all came back to me. Ah! Okay, that's good enough. Good scream, dude. As the truth of the past came back to me, the Uki from this reality screamed and collapsed onto the cold floor. She started to spasm and vomit up blood. Her limbs flared out in impossible directions and froze. A slow death, but a certain one. My mouth went wide open in shock as I tried to understand what was happening to her. She reached out with her hand in the air, fingers curled like she wanted to grab something. Then her arm fell. She stopped moving completely. Uki? Uki? Wow! So Uki's the final ghost! We got all 4 ghosts. We got the ghost of Takeru. We've got the ghost of No-No, like the real No-No. We got the ghost of Sumo Man. And now we got the ghost of Sword Uki. That's like we need all 4 to open the true ending. I remembered even though I wished I hadn't. What I just seen was the hidden truth. As I remembered it, the Uki from this reality had just died. All the exhaustion and desire for sleep that had been eating away at my body were gone. Suddenly felt something strange, looked down at my hands. My right hand was a long, sharp sword. The shiny blade was covered in sticky blood. I did it again.
思い出してくれたんですね。
The other Uki whispered softly, "So who are you?" Her eyes were filled with sorrow as she stared at her own twisted body lying on the floor.
ここはタクルさんが作った世界なんかじゃなかったんです。ここは山添雨季が作り出した世界。私の中の妄想の世界。
And I thought that was always the case of what she said. Just, I guess the purpose of it is different. So it really was Uki's. What about you? Where's the real you right now?
現実の私はタクルさんの隣のベッドで眠っています。
Oh, she's fine. Next to me?
はい。そしてここは
Oh,
消え
not
かかる
fine.
命の中で旅立つ間際に見る夢の世界。
Your dream.
そう。私の夢の世界を無意識にリアルブートしてしまいました。その夢にタクルさんを巻き込んだまま。
Okay, so who takes the blame for the dead kid? Is it gonna be Ito or Takeru? So this world is Uki's dream.
この子は
Uki's voice sounded a little more sad now.
この子は私がずっと欲しいと思っていた憧れを手にした私でした。
Uki knelt down and silently closed her other self's eyes. Then she slowly stood up and walked over to the desk. Opened the drawer. Took out a tiny envelope. Oh, sorry, that's a thing that holds a letter. What do you call those again? It's a pink envelope like a little girl would use.
覚えていますか？
That's... wasn't something from so long ago that I'd forget it. Left an incredible impression on me. So I remembered it very well. The envelope that Aozaki Yume had used to send her love letter.
嘘をついてごめんなさい。
Uki looked a little embarrassed.
あの手紙を書いたのも、そしてあなたの理想の女の子の姿であのお店で待っていたのもこの子。いえ、私だったんです。
Yeah, I'm not stupid. I figured that out like 2 hours ago. Uki is Aozaki Yume? But why?
憧れていたんですね。きっと自分でも気づいていなかったけど、だからせめて夢の中でもって。
I suppose this is a world that any girl might see once, in her dream. But for Uki, maybe that's what she always wanted. For a girl who grew up in that dark basement, who never even had a chance to go to middle school. That's it. Aozaki Yume. Okay, yeah, what's the translation? Something clicked in my mind. Blue something dream? Oh, here we go! Rearrange the letters and it becomes... Oh my... Stupid anagrams! I am Lord Voldemort. The answer is there all along.
ありがとうございました、タクルさん。
Her eyes were still downcast as she spoke.
私は夢の中でほんの少しでも憧れの日々を送ることができました。
Do you think when they were naming Uki, they came up with the name Aozaki Yume first? It's like Yume is like, that means dream. That is a very deliberate pun. I felt like I knew what Uki was trying to say.
でも、これでもう夢は終わりです。
Uki.
もうすぐ現実の私は死んでしまうでしょう。
But that's...
でも、その前にタクルさんはタクルさんのいるべき世界に戻ってください。あの人が、久野里さんが言っていました。私が死ねば、
Not the dare.
この妄想の渋谷はディラックの海に飲み込まれてしまうって。だからタクルさんはその前に早く。
What about you? What will you do?
もう時間はありません。
That's not an answer. What will you do?
私は
She tried to continue. Before she could get the words out, the strength left her body and she fell to the ground. What? Quickly ran over to her and grabbed her by the arm, tried to help her up. What are you doing?
タクルさん。
You're coming too. You have to come with me. No matter how cruel the real world was, no matter how far away happiness seemed.
タクルさん。
Come on, stand up. Stand up and come with me. Take her with me.
ありがとう、タクルさん。
Then Uki smiled a little.
でも、ダメです。
Too bad, you're coming with me whether you want to or not. We gotta go, Suki. She quietly brushed my hand away.
私はもう、ここに来るだけでもう 限界だったんです。
Are you saying... He pointed to the D sword in my hands with a shaking finger.
久野里さんが言っていました。ディソードは妄想と現実とをつなぐ橋のようなものなんだって。
That doesn't.
だからそれをしっかりと伝っていけばきっと現実に戻れます。
We can dual wield it. Like you know, like how well the sword dual wields us. I can go back to the real world with you, right? So just come with me. Uki was sitting on the floor, reaching out a shaking hand. She was reaching for a broken pot. Shattered during the fight, the Shifalara was lying on the floor, looking sad. Somehow, seemed just like Uki herself in this very moment.
タクルさん、この子ありがとうございました。
Don't worry about it. But before I could say another word, Uki
嬉しかった。
collapsed to the floor. And the world started to fall apart! The ground and the sky started to roar and shake. Everything was pulled back into the pre-quantum state of possibility. Of course! Everything dissolved into ones and zeros and fell apart. The end of the world was inescapable, and it was almost upon me. Uki? I desperately tried to grab her tiny body. However, her outline started to blur. The matter that made up her body was dissolving, like sand being blown away by the wind. It then turned back into ones and zeros and disappeared like it had never been there to begin with. Uki! Stabbed the D-sword into the floor and clung to it to help myself stay standing. Ah! The destruction quickly came for me as well. It reached for me. It felt like my body was being ripped apart. A wave of annihilation enveloped me. Enveloped like an envelope? All my senses blacked out. Everywhere I looked, there was just nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. The void. Or perhaps, was this the Derek Sea where all things would someday return? I was wandering through an endless void. Particles of light were flowing upward all around me. Even in this form, I knew exactly what they were. This was Uki. That wasn't quite right. The memories that made her up. The memories poured into my brain like a rushing torrent. A young Uki. Parents had brought her to a strange... Oh, okay, look. I did not set up enough time to record today. There's something I have to do that'll take like an hour. I'm hoping I can get back and finish this today. If not, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna movie magic. I can edit this in, So I'll be back. See you guys then. Hey, sorry, I'm back. It's actually the next day, but I remember where we are. Her parents had brought her to a strange building, and she was sitting there, confused, as the adults around her bowed their heads low to the floor. A gloomy room filled with cement and metal, dozens of horrible devices, pyramids. But even then, she was smiling when she was with her friends, young Yui and others too. Then the earthquake and the destruction. Sealed room. Umineko? Screaming adults. Umineko? Fear of reality and longing. Umineko! Two colliding desires. Umineko? We want you to stay pure, innocent, and untainted. We want you to take care of us forever. She has subconsciously rebooted that desire. Oh, is that why she never aged? That's what happened to her body. Yeah! Still, she accepted everything, even her own fate. Uki! The world turned pure white, began to rebuild again. I clutched the D-sword tightly with my fingers, just like Uki had told me to. Ah! These voices! They're calling out for me over and over. Taku? What? You guys are so loud. Eh.
そうか、すぐ行く。
The world began to regain its color. Don't tell me he's at Alba Dorm. Oh my... You didn't take him to like an actual hospital? You just took him to Sakuma? Of course they do, Furusu. I have no idea who you are. Who are you again? And she knows he's faking it too. Just kidding. Oh no way. Ow, that hurts.
こら、意識が戻ったからって飛びつくやつがあるか。
That one.
絶対安静だぞ。
I do wonder if Sarika was actually concerned about Taku or not. Who? Dad ran through the curtain separating the beds and pulled Sarika off me, then peered down at my face.
うん、意識もはっきりとしているな。
As he started to give me an exam, I looked down at my hand. It was still in the shape it had been when I was holding my D-sword.
でもよかった。目覚めてくれて。本当だよ。どれだけ心配したか。
I mean, I guess like Ito and Kazuki and Arimura weren't worried at all.
こいつら、ずっとお前があっち行っちまわないよ。声をかけ続けてくれてたんだぞ。
Right. Thanks. I heard your voices.
いいって。私たちとタクの仲じゃん。そうよ。それに、これ以上家族がいなくなっちゃうなんて。
Here's his voice suddenly cut off. Any more? You talking about Yui? And one more person. Where's Uki? I sat up and asked. Kurusu and Sarika both looked away from me, lips pressed into a thin line. Just from that I could tell. Uki was gone. Actually, yeah, she just went to go buy some stuff at the store for them. In the corner of my eye, I could see the curtain separating this bed from the next. That was where Dad had been a moment ago. Uki was there, but she was gone now. Uki would never move again. She'd never help get dinner ready, or help Dad at his work all day without a single complaint. I'd known it was going to happen. Uki had told me. But I thought there could have been a chance. Just like how there's a 50-50 chance the cat in the box is— oh, shut up! Uminako? At least until you open it. I thought that just maybe. Now I had to accept it. I had to face reality. Uminako? However... Wow! My feelings overflowed. Hot tears dripped down my face. You see, this is a point where like having the voice acting on would make it, you know, more immersive, but like I can't like do the— I don't know what it wants from me here. There's nothing I could do now but cry. Minako, when they cry. I thought I could save her. This time, I thought I could save her. Oh, by the way, I realized last night after I recorded like I've been having an issue with my noise gate. I realized it wasn't my noise gate. I also had a noise suppressor on that like was just doing what the noise gate does but in a different way. And I think that was what has been cutting off all my sentences lately. By lately, I mean like for the past few months. So hopefully that's fixed now, for real, definitely. In Uki, I'd seen this girl I'd witnessed at the facility so long ago. Minami Salva Senri. And this time I thought I could save her. Was that wrong of me to do? Even when she was down in that basement, Uki had never thought of herself as sad. Maybe I was being arrogant to think I could save her. Maybe what I'd done for her was just my own self-satisfaction. Was she ever able to feel happiness for herself? Even a little? Uki's words echoed in my mind.
私は夢の中でほんの少しでも憧れの日々を送ることができました。
She thanked me at the very last moment of her life for helping me grant her tiny little wish that would only come true in her dream. It wasn't fair. I'm not going wah wah. I cried for a long time after that. For Uki. Well, not for Yui. Screw Yui. For the little girl who always wanted other people to be happy. Hi.
つまり山添雨季を殺したのは自分だとそう言うんだな。
Several days later, Shinjo and Kunosato came to ask me what had happened, so I told them everything. Just like I told you, I was the one who took her life. So,
逮捕してくれってのか。
yeah, throw me in jail with Ito. Yes. I can still feel it in my hands. The sensation I felt when I ran her body through. I was the one who killed her. I had to atone for it. Please arrest me. Police probably wanted to find a killer as soon as possible. That's why I thought that Shinjo would gladly put handcuffs on me. However,
どう思う？
ありえないな。
だよな。
Shinjo and Kunosato were looking at each other and saying something that didn't make sense. Possible? What does that mean? It's impossible that I killed Uki? But I know I stabbed her. With my own hands. I real-booted the D-sword. Remembered it as clear as day. I was the one who had killed her. How could it be impossible?
山添由紀の遺体に目立った
She
外傷は
tricked
なかっ
him! What? Well, that means... What do you mean?
た。どうもこうも言葉のままだ。山添由紀の遺体に目立った外傷はない。一応事件の関係者ということで検視も行われたが、何らかの外的な衝撃で死んだわけではないという結論が出ている。要するに山添由紀は自然死だ。そこに事件性はない。
A natural death? That's impossible! I killed her!
それは確かなんだな。
Kunosato had been mostly silent, but now she interrupted me.
お前はディソードをリアルブーとして山添を刺した。それは確かなんだな。
I'm telling you, it's true.
なるほど。では、可能性があるとすれば。いや、だがしかし。
What is it? What, are they still in the delusion? Kunosato's words cut off and I stormed over to her.
山添由紀がお前を殺人犯にしないため、最後の力を振り絞って、自らの死が自然死だったという妄想をリアルブートしたという可能性もあるかと思ったんだが、彼女が死んでしまった今となっては、それも
It's like a cat in a box.
あるいはここがまだ妄想の世界だというのなら話は別だがな。
A world of delusions? This is another delusion? The dream of the butterfly. The words came to me suddenly and I immediately looked up. Someone was watching me. Looked outside the room, trying to see who it was. The long, dim hallway. Well, it looks like tall Uki because the shadow, but beyond it, there was...
どうした宮代。
No, I thought I saw someone. Thought I saw a tiny shadow. Shadow of a tiny girl holding a sword far too big for her.
影。
But when I looked again, it was gone. What? Okay, which one was that? Another sky end. So we can... Well, I don't think we can go to the true ending? Okay, we have to get... Do we have to get both? Oh, there, ending list. So the other one, I think it's Dream Sky is here. Okay. I guess I'll cut the video there. It's about 50 minutes, right? So that's like a good length for it. And do the, okay, other ending then. Okay, that's a very abrupt ending. Okay, I guess I don't know how to parse that yet. I need to see the other ending. I'll see you guys then. Bye. Hey guys, we're back with Chaos Child. Last time we got the Inception ending. Now we're getting the other Uki ending. If this is a really short ending, because we're actually really far into the route, I don't know how long this is gonna. I'll just edit it in. If not, you know, I sat up and asked. She said she was sleeping next to me.
タクル、よく聞いて。ウキちゃんは
A cold sweat appeared on my body when I heard those words. It can't be. Maybe she's already... I slowly looked around. And there she was! Uki! I see her resting quietly on the other side of the curtain that separated our beds. Her eyes were shut, there were tubes attached all over her body. I hear the monitoring device near her, beeping at regular intervals. She's alive! Why did the crew students here act that way? What does that mean?
冷静に聞いて、タクル。のんちゃん、何も今言わなくても。
No, it's okay, Onoe. Kept my eyes on Uki as I spoke. Kurusu, tell me. Zuki? I'd been ready for it. When I saw it for real, I didn't want to believe it. Even so, I know I had to face the reality of the situation anyway. This wasn't the dream world anymore. She's the one who told me to come back.
ちゃんね、一命は取り留めはしたけれど、脳に受けたダメージが大きいって久野里さんが。
What caused the... Okay, so I got a positive delusion. I didn't get it on the, you know, first run when I did a negative. That one was, like, he reads the letter, which is pretty close, or the same as it was in the actual route. He gets a phone number, he calls it, but instead of it being, Aozaki Yume, it's Serika being like, Taku, wake up! So what, in this one, he woke up just a little better, so Uki didn't die, or... But Uki didn't die because it was Inception, the whole... I don't get what's going on. Tell me straight, Kurusu. Is Uki gonna get better?
残念だけど、このまま。
She slowly shook her head. My heart instantly felt like it was going to freeze. Sorry, but at this rate, I had to process the meaning of her. The horrible truth finally hit me like a truck. Uki would never wake up again. She would never talk again. She would never smile again. Never. Forced my aching body out of the bed. I'm fine. Serika and Kurusu rushed to support me, but I waved them away. Like a sleepwalker, I staggered over to Uki's unconscious body. Her breathing was irregular, but steady. The machine was beeping. I couldn't see a single scratch on her face. She looked like she could open her big round eyes and laugh at any second. But... Suddenly, I was assaulted by a wave of emotion. I slowly touched her cheek. Her silent body was so warm, and odd? All he did was cry. For the girl who'd said that other people's happiness was what made her happy. For the girl who'd risked her life to save me.
ありがとうございました、タクルさん。私は夢の中でほんの少しでも憧れの日々を送ることができました。
For the girl who'd smiled as she said those words. Huh? Was there anything I could have done for her? Could I have given her
こ
happiness?
の子、ありがとうございました。
I...
嬉しかった。
Yeah, And so many days passed. Many springs, many summers, and many autumns came and went. Alright, I'll be off.
いってらっしゃい。気をつけてね。
The weather's nice again today. Let's go, Uki. The ghost of Uki? There's a lot of people over there, so we'll go this way. Would you rather we went over there? What, does he have like a wheelchair? Got it, we'll go over there. Shortly after, Uki's body had recovered to the point where we could take her off life support. It was only her body that had recovered. She didn't talk or laugh anymore. She just stared into space like a doll. Her mind had gone somewhere far away and still hadn't come back. Konosato said it probably never would. And she was probably right. My one wish that wherever she was, she'd found the world she'd always wished for. All I could do was pray for that, spend each day with her. The one thing I could do to atone for her.
あ、タク。
I turned around just in time to see Serika run up to us. Hey!
今日もお散歩？
Yeah.
そっか。いい天気だもんね。
Serika smiled at Uki, then looked up at the bright blue sky. Sorry, I haven't been able to hang out much lately.
私のことは気にしなくていいよ。私はタクがそれでよければいいんだし。
Serika looked at me.
タクはいいんでしょ？それで。
Say yes, say yes, say yes! Or no, if you say no, maybe she could bring Uki back. Which the best thing would be for Uki to get better. That's too much to hope for now. But I'd do what I could for her. Yeah, I guess. That was the path I'd chosen.
だったらよし。
I'm scared. Serika smiled, satisfied at my answer.
じゃあ、私は行くね。ウキちゃんも、またね。チャオス。
Like, if Uki starts to recover, Serika will go and, like, strangle her a little bit, like just to make sure she doesn't. She said a word she probably picked up from someone else, and I mean, that's a weird line. That's a really weird line. Like, obviously, she picked it up from Arimora. What? Okay, I'm remembering. Someone left a comment which, you know, made me aware of this. I would not have realized it. Regard this. In Arimora's ending, Uki is not there, like at the final scene. And they said, oh, hey, pay attention to that, pay attention to that. So now I'm paying attention to that. And now Arimora doesn't exist now? I don't know. We took each step slowly and carefully. Alright, so Yuto. Then Dad. No matter what I said, there was never an answer. But I kept talking, waiting for the day when she would finally come back. That's it? No, okay. Oh. Stopped in front of a small store. You want a Shrifalara? Wait, I spotted a planter. I'd seen a certain plant lined up in front of the others at the florist. A Shrifalara. That's how you say it. As the plant had given to Uki as a present. I thought I heard her voice and quickly turned to look at her. But I just imagined it. Yeah, that's not. And then, Uki? Her eyes, like glass beads, quivered for a moment. Oh! And a single tear ran down her cheek. Uki. She didn't speak. Her expression didn't change. But she was still in there. And someday, hey Uki, the world was constantly growing, expanding, and evolving. Even if it left the two of us behind, I'd spend my days with her. And believe that someday, she'd come back to us. Until then, spend my life taking care of you, so that someday, you can be happy. I didn't know if that day would ever come. But until then, I'd keep believing. Always. Okay, that... what was with Shadow Uki then? Shut up, Serika. I know it's coming. True. Like true ending. I got the achievement Discover the True Route. Okay is the achievement name. A hidden story has been unlocked. Ooh. I finally... Oh, true. Sword! I never thought this day would come. We actually made it. Hold on. I want to see the... Wait, no, I wanted to see thing list. Yeah, look at that. We got 2 Ukis. I don't know what to think of that ending. That Shadow Uki, like... The only thing I can think of doing this route, especially because I did it last, is that I don't like the idea of like Matrix ending being true, or like for the true ending. Like, what if... I'm trying to think at what point it would have to be at. If Yui lives, it has to be before chapter 8. So like sometime between Takuro entering the hospital and Yui dying, all of that and afterwards was a delusion. Because no, it doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense. What is the true ending? Because like what makes the most sense is that it is Serika feeding Takuro all these delusions to like make him wake up after the comment out, right? But Nono has to live. She can't die unless her death really was just faked along with Yui's. Because nothing makes sense. But Uki's whole thing being in a delusion, if that's the case, that could all just be a setup for the true ending, like, you know, kind of preparing you for that. Plus, you know, the whole Shadow Uki thing, which wasn't explained, meaning both of those endings were still in a delusion. Well, yeah, I mean, I was already pretty sure of that anyway, but that means there's a higher level Uki watching that the whole time. So what, did like Serika kidnap Uki and is like, hey, give Taku your delusions? I got no clue. Dude, okay, look, I'm gonna click true. We're gonna look at the first line of it, okay? If it starts like a movie or something, oh, I like how it does that. Like if it starts playing like auto text, I'm exiting out immediately. But if it's a line, we're seeing what's going. Chaos Child, life on the right side of reality. We're not wrong-siders anymore. Sometime. Dang it! Okay, we will see whatever happens here next time, everyone. I'll just edit this onto the Another Sky ending. It's only 11 minutes. I can't wait. It's gonna be beautiful. I'll see you guys there. Bye.